My name's James Giammarinaro. I am a sergeant with the St. Augustine Police Department. I'm also a third-degree black belt in Taekwondo. And basically this book is the know-all about how to prevent your children from becoming abducted, and it's how to keep them safe and confident. The biggest thing we as parents need to do is start communicating with our children. And it goes from the time people ask me, well, how old can a child be? And I say, from the time that they're talking, you should be communicating. Positive reinforcement. We need to explain to our children the difference between good strangers, good touches, bad touches, things of that nature. And we don't. We're in such a busy world that we don't take the time to communicate with our children on what we need to do. What we like to teach when we do seminars and stuff is what we call the A, B, C, and D of awareness. A is simply being aware of your surroundings. Instead of hanging your head low to the ground like you're depressed or you're shuffling your feet, take the time to look 360 around you, keep your head up, and when you look at people, address them. Look into their eyes and let them know that, hey, I'm not afraid of you, I'm aware of my surroundings, and now I see what you look like, so if anything were to happen, you could give someone a description. B, we call body language. And it's basically the same thing as A, but now you're using your body more. Your shoulders aren't slumped, your shoulders are ahead, you're walking with tall, your head's held high. And again, with I, you're telling these people that I'm confident of my surroundings. C, what we call is controlling boundaries, which is exactly what we saw in this situation. The child got too close to the guy, and he was able to grab her. So controlling your boundaries is very simple. If someone approaches you, you step back. And again, you use body language, say stop, don't come any closer. So at that point, number one, you're controlling your boundaries. Number two, you're using your body language and saying, hey, I'm aware of what's going on, and I'm telling you to stay away from me in a non-threatening manner. And of course, D is defending yourself. And it's very simple. What we'd like to do is teach them very simple yet effective basic self-defense techniques that anybody can use just walking off the street. You don't have to be a black belt martial artist. It's very simple, and it's basically using the strongest part of your body to the person's weakest part of their body. The second thing we need to do is find resources such as Child Alert Center. And basically what that is, it's an encrypted database. And you have the access to the internet, and you put your information on the internet yourself without going through other people. And if something were to happen, you could call a number, and then you give a password, and that information is automatically downloaded through a link, and your child's poster is created, and it goes through several different resources and media outlets throughout the country. I think probably the biggest thing is having a secret password and communication. And I know you asked for one, but it goes hand in hand. And the secret password is nothing other than a word between me and my child to say, if someone were to approach you and say, hey, Dad just got into a car wreck or something, and he asked me to pick you up. If that person doesn't know the secret password, I tell my son or my daughter simply, do not get in that car, and you run, yell, and tell. And that's what we use in our seminars, simple words, run, yell, and tell. You run away from the threat, you yell, stranger, help, fire, police, whatever, and then you don't stop there. You have to tell people. Immediately, obviously, we need to call local law enforcement to get them out there, to interview people, to get descriptions if we can, if we have them, and of course, the Child Alert Center, once again, get that information out there as soon as possible, because just to have an ID kit that you pull out, and you may have an outdated photo of a child or something, is not going to do it. We need to have updated information at all times and be able to get it out there into the media outlets almost instantaneously.